Hey guys, this is Simas with KW Realty Elite, and this is the market report for November 25 for the greater Oklahoma City metro area. I have a couple listings here. One is on James Thomas Court in Edmond in the Esperanza North Edition, and the other one is in Yukon, 9128 Northwest 115th Street. This month, I wanted to talk a little bit about 2026 forecast and outlook, as well as the key market trends. Next month, I'm going to start adding the key metrics by city. I'm just going to have that information at the end of the video. So if you would like to pause it yourselves, you can look at what's been selling, what's not, what price point. I'm still tinkering a little bit about, with the slides, and I'll release that next month. So let's look at the forecast for 2026. What I did is I went to NAR, and Lawrence Yun is the chief economist at the National Association of Realtors. And NAR is forecasting a 40% nationwide increase with home sales for 2026, following obviously this year's stagnating levels. New home sales are also projected to rise 5% next year. New Year is really the year that we will see a measurable increase in sales, according to Yoon. So we're going to see how that pans out. Obviously, we've gone through quite a bit of a shift in the market, from sellers to balance now to really lower buyers market. So that would be obviously very, very good for the sellers next year if we do have that kind of growth. So let's look at the market trends a little bit. The key metrics. This chart is provided by Chartmaster Services, obviously, and we've had a little bit of an increase in new listings and a little bit better numbers in terms of active and pending. However, we closed less units, so we're seeing that the supply in months has gone up by one from 3.7 to 4.7. So we're approaching that um, transitional market in general. The sales went up by about 2.5% on average. So that's your inflation, housing inflation, right there for the last 12 months. Now this market shows where we are in terms of months of inventory and each price point. If you look at anything that's under 5 months, so let's say if we stopped introducing any new homes in a particular price point, let's say 250 to 275, it would take us about 4 months to sell everything off. That means we're still in the seller's market, and the market is healthy and still sells pretty reasonably. However, you can see that really even $300,000 now to a 450 is in a transitional price point, and anything over 450, we're in the upper transitional or buyer's market, and some even are in the what I call heavy buyer's market, which is over 11 months of inventory. So we have definitely shifted to that buyer's market, upper transitional right now. Days on market, 53 days on market in November of 2025 on average, slightly up from last year of 47. Really, I've just have seen just a gradual increase over the year. One by 1 or 2 days. It's fluctuated here and there, and it's starting to come up a little bit again due to just seasonality. End of November, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas, New Year's Eve. This is the competition slide. Basically, if you have the more red you have in here, the more uh, people you're competing against in the price point. You can see that the main competition is in under 150,000, around 250 to 250, and then you have that 5 to 600 before you go into the super or the luxury, super luxury, and sort of like the where the cash buyers are. But yeah, the main ones are in the 250 price point. Now, this one is just adjusted list to sold. What I look is basically what you can expect when you list a property. And typically, just an average, if you sell their house in the first 10 to 15 days, that number is about closer to 100%. If you sell it in 6 months, is 94%. Anything over 2 months, likely you're going to average about 97%. Overall, because we are in the buyer's market, because properties are sitting longer, we're seeing about 96% right now. Seller contributions, I just wanted to see, this really has gone up quite a bit from 46% to 50. So basically what this says is that half of the sellers are paying closing costs. And if you add people that maybe did not pay closing costs but accepted reductions in prices, that number is closer to 80-85% on average. That's it for this month. Thank you so much for listening. I have a couple other updates. Created a new Google page and would love to see your reviews there, if I've done a good job for you. And also, I'll be posting these videos on YouTube. Really excited about that. So big things to come. Right now, I'm tracking for my best year ever, and I would like to share that information next month when all is said and done. Thank you so much. I'll see you next month. Have a good day.